As I say, I did not know Dennis Rodman was going to North Korea to see some black friends that were there. I did not realize that the Brown had moved into my base and taken over. Like I say, if you're black and you're in North Korea, get the fuck out. There are some black people that were in North Korea that ran from Africa because they were shit, and like I said, a bunch of black people had taken over North Korea. And like I say, Dennis Rodman, you piece of shit, get the fuck out of my country. I did not know that Mr. Brown and about 3,000 of his little warriors had moved into my North Korea. I did not know that inside when Kim or whatever Young In was giving his speeches, and that black guy was out front, that there was about 3,000 of his piece of shit black guys going, yeah, some good shit. Yeah, come here. And doing whatever they wanted inside my country. Like I said, I believe that China had eventually, or will eventually, go over to North Korea and dig out the brown from inside my country. Get the fuck out. Like I say, if you're black and you're in Korea, you don't belong there. Get out. It's not your country. Get the fuck out. Anyway, apparently some brown or black people had been going around North Korea pretending like they worked for me or something. But they didn't. Saying that they are supreme leaders or some shit. Or sending messages to me, from me, to them. But they weren't. They were shit. And they need to get out of my country. Like I said, North Korea is my base. It's my country. It's for Chinese. Originally it was a German place. And Germans were there. Like I say, if you're German, you can be in... well, they said the Germans were too harsh, but I don't know. If you're German, Germans can go to North Korea. And English people can go to North Korea. Or British, but not black people, because they were over there with their AKs, like going... and making the Koreans scrape the opium. Because they had turned the whole place into a big opium poppy. And they're supplying drugs and cocaine. And they're treating the Koreans like they're private little slaves. I did not know this. I found out that that's why the Koreans were starving, was because they had turned all the farmland into basically opium poppies and cocaine poppies. So Mr. Brown can be the white king. Like I said, I don't care. If you're American, get the fuck out of my country. If you're black, get the fuck out of my country in Korea. You don't belong there. The country's for Koreans. Originally, it was a German colony, and the Germans were like, somebody killed the German leader, and the Germans were like, okay, we're leaving. They had their own country. So they went home. They were just there, protecting the peace and all that other stuff. And the Koreans loved the Germans very much. And I think maybe even invited the Germans or the British back. But basically, because they're cool. Anyway. Yeah, it's a Lusifer Star city. It was originally a white city. Anyway, and then some black and some white people went over there and wanted to turn the what's called into slaves. I said, I put this picture right here. This is a black piece of shit in my country. This guy right here. He's black and he's a piece of shit. And he has guns. And he's basically doing security. This guy right here. Shoot him in the head. Those black pieces of shit. I did not know that Dennis Rodman or whatever, or whoever, had gone over to my country and turned it into a giant slave colony for the black people and the brown people of whatever country. I said, you're a black piece of shit. Get out of my country. I found out about how they were treating Koreans. Like I said, at the end of the day, Anybody who finds out about what the black people were doing, what they've done, you'll just start shooting them in the head. They're shit. I have no respect for a black piece of shit. Going around raping women, killing people, making them produce drugs for them. You disgusting losers. Just running around with guns. Anyway, I hope that man eventually dies. Going around like, get this fucker out of here. Yeah. Like, he's shit. Doesn't belong in that country. I didn't know that they're using it like their own little private little sex club and drug manufacturing club. Laughing about the world, about how they know how it really is. Anyway, I don't give a fuck. Even if I get shot in the head. I don't care. Get the fuck out of my country. That's for Koreans. Anyway, I think China or Japan was eventually going to do something about what was going on in Korea. Because they protect their own over there. So, anyway, a bunch of black people thought they could take over the country. Anyway, they don't belong there. So, when you kill them, I don't mind. I don't care. A bunch of black people tell them how they're going to be tortured or hurt or killed. It's like, nah, just shoot them. Get them out of there. I don't care. They don't belong there. It's not their country. They're living out there. They're living over there in Korea like Big Pippin it or some shit. Like seeing some friends getting some drugs and shit. That's what Dennis Rodman was doing there. Somebody told me, you know what he was doing there? He's getting drugs. He'd go there and have sex and do drugs, and that's what they were using Korea for. Anyway, like I say, get the fuck out, Korea. It's not your country. It's a star city. It's Lusifer Star City.